Forget it, Jasper. Gina doesn't drive like that, man. She just wants to be miserable and alone.
Sorry. Oh my God. I have to go to the airport.
What time is this flight?
Okay, when we get there, I need to go shopping first and get a new bag I was looking at.
I drive like
And also, can you check out that Michelin star restaurant? The one that just opened. Okay?
Sorry.
Okay, when we get there, I need to go shopping first and get a new bag I was looking at. And also, can you check out that Michelin star restaurant? The one that just opened.
Sorry, bro. That was close.
Are you trying to get me killed?
Look, this wouldn't be happening if you learn to face your fear of commitment.
This is not the time to psychoanalyze me.
Yeah. Let's say you make it and you find Peter in time. Do you know what you're gonna say to him? Sorry, bro.
I have no idea.
Great. That was close.
Are
Okay.
you trying to get me killed?
Repeat after This wouldn't be happening if you learn to face your fear of commitment.
This is not the time to psychoanalyze me.
Yeah. Let's say you make it and you find Peter in time. Do you know what you're gonna say to him? You complete.
I have no idea.
Great. Okay. Repeat after me.
Oh my God, it's green, thank God.
Peter?
Let's go.
Why so serious?
Peter.
You
Hey, Pa.
complete
Hey.
me.
Oh, Zoe told me about the otters.
I took some fantastic shots.
Oh my God, it's green, thank God.
Hope it's not too tiring.
Why so serious?
My knee hurts a bit, but if I win, it will be worth it. I took some fantastic shots.
Oh my God, it's green, thank God.
First prize is $1,000.
Zoe told me about the otters.
My knee will help increase the legal fees. Some fantastic shots.
Thank you, Pa. Hope it's not too tiring.
This my knee hurts a bit.
Yeah. What?
I should take some photos of her. Everybody loves the baby pictures.
Oh, can I help?
Yeah, come.
Thanks for the ride.
Go.
What's wrong with you people? Why can't you just leave your phones alone for 2 minutes? Are you petrified you can't survive without it? Are you gonna shrivel up and die? No, right? Get alive! Excuse me. Phone. Phone, I need a phone. Hey. I'm sorry I yelled at you earlier, but Peter's flying off any moment now. And you don't know who Peter is, but he said I love you. And I don't have my phone with me, so I'm hoping you could lend me yours. Please.
뭐라고요?
Hey, don't go.
Excuse me. Do you need a phone?
Peter, you're still here.
I saw a mad woman running around and I couldn't believe it was you.
I love you.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you didn't pick up my call just now?
The phone was in my bag.
Well, I got a text from Lauren saying that Gina managed to find Peter on time.
She made it?
Yep.
She made it. Yes!
my flight.
You can still join us in Shanghai, you know.
And be a third wheel? No thanks. Say hi to Grandma when you get to Shanghai.
She'll be so disappointed you're not going to see great-grand-auntie's grandkids.
Maybe next time.
Well, you have a good time in Koh Samui.
Have fun. Bye, Dad. Bye.
I hope we don't miss our flight.
I just got a message from my PA. He's got your passport and he's on the way.
We're cutting it really close.
Yes, we are. But don't worry. You'll be okay.
They can be angels or devils.
Let's go. You go on.
Daddy, stop it. Ever wondered what goes on in their heads? Enter the world according to Rayan and Grace.
Hey, is life just about playing toys?
Whoa, bravo, Rayan. You actually spent time thinking.
Brand new Toggle Originals, extended from Channel 5's popular drama Tanglin. The world according to Rayan and Grace. New episodes every Thursday and Friday on Toggle.
My rose, yeah, you let me go. Restored my heart to an
Oh my God. I love these. This is so sweet.
Wait. There's also a card.
Your biggest fan, Sparky.
See? Your fans still believe in you.
I can't quit now, can I?
Since when you get that idea? You'll be letting all your fans down if you quit, you know?
You're right. Don't cancel my rehearsal. I am not gonna let this scandal get to me.
Download the Toggle app now and catch up for free. For dining treats and other rewards, download Me Club now.
We hope you've enjoyed Tanglin. Brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric StarMax Air Conditioner. Tonight, Showtime at 10 presents
Hello there, good evening. I'm Otelli Edwards, and here are your top stories on News 5.
The buyers are still fairly price sensitive.
New private home sales dropped by more than 40% in June compared with May. A new centre here aims to boost the use of geospatial technology to connect companies with service users and government agencies. The US president meets his Russian counterpart for the first time as both sides look to reset relations. And coming up later in the program, what a hoot! The World Cup party continues in France as numbers show that more people turned up for free screenings here than last time. Now, new private home sales dropped by close to 42% in June compared to the previous month. That's according to data released by the Urban Redevelopment Authority today.
Excluding executive condominiums, around 650 private homes were sold in June. This is compared to some 1,100 units sold the month before. More than half were sold in the suburbs, while over 200 were sold in the city fringe. According to analysts, the lower take-up rate was due to fewer launches and home buyers taking on a wait-and-see approach.
The buyers are still fairly price sensitive, and their purchasing budgets have not really risen as aggressively as some of the new launch prices. For most developers with projects in the pipeline, a large proportion of their development costs, such as land prices, construction costs, and the development charges and other taxes that they have paid to the government, are already locked in. So it will be quite challenging for some of these projects to have their launch prices adjusted too drastically downwards.
Meanwhile, over 720 homes were launched in June. And with the new cooling measures implemented earlier this month, one analyst says developers may delay upcoming launches, with more than 20 projects potentially lined up over the next year.
What it means for home buyers is that there's actually going to be a lot of choices, a lot of new launches that will come out. But whether or not how low developers would adjust their prices is yet to be seen.
Moving forward, July home sales are expected to surge, with home buyers snapping up units to beat the new cooling measure dateline. But August home sales could potentially halve as the market adjusts to the cooling measures.
We have sold over 1,000 units in just one night alone. That is like the entire sales volume for May. And even after the cooling measures, we continue to see double-digit sales being registered for projects like Stirling Residences, Riverfront Residences, as well as Park Colonial. So overall, we are estimating something like 1,500 units for the month of July.
So far, about 4,100 private homes have been sold this year, and a total of 7,000 to 9,000 units are projected to be sold for the entire of 2018, or up to 20% lower compared to 2017.
Now, ordering a meal to your doorstep or mapping your way to a mall, these acts require geospatial technology, and the industry is getting a leg up here. Southeast Asia's first Geospatial in Industry Centre has been launched, bringing together tech companies, service users and government agencies.
From ride-hailing services to drone flight programming platforms, geospatial technology is all around us, turning our physical locations into meaningful data. Some firms that use such technology are getting a boost thanks to Southeast Asia's first Geospatial Industry Centre, GeoWorks, newly launched in Singapore. Developed by the Singapore Land Authority, the 15,000 square foot centre houses 22 international geotech startups. It aims to connect them with government agencies and companies in need of such technology.
Our primary objective is to establish and create a very vibrant geospatial ecosystems, and we hope to connect entrepreneurs, innovators, to generate more innovative, good ideas, and create businesses that will benefit the general population.
Senior Minister of State for Law and Health, Edwin Tong, who officiated at the launch, said that geospatial technology is valuable both to businesses and the economy.
It accelerates the growth of markets, it promotes the economy, and using geospatial services and technology, businesses learn to optimize the processes, create innovation.
The centre will also support the startups by providing open data compiled by the government and expertise from more established companies. One startup who has benefited from GeoWorks is US drone management platform AirMap. It needs information about the physical terrain of cities, which it has obtained using OneMap, a highly detailed map of Singapore.
SOA actually has all of that data, and when we leverage the power of the OneMap platform, we're able to integrate that data into our system so that we can perform those calculations to simulate what the environment will look like for drones as they're flying in the low altitude airspace.
Apart from giving geotech startups a boost, the authority said that GeoWorks is aiming to help businesses from the logistics sector to start with. The centre is also just one of the 13 initiatives under the Singapore Geospatial Master Plan released earlier this month. The plan aims to improve business processes, make people's lives easier, and enhance policy making.
Now, MediaCorp has appointed Angeline Poh as Chief Corporate Development Officer from 1st of September. It's a newly created role, and she will develop the company's medium to long-term strategies in consultation with key stakeholders, and also to identify important partnerships outside Singapore to expand MediaCorp's footprint. Now, Ms. Poh joins MediaCorp from the Infocom Media Development, where she's the Assistant Chief Executive of the Industry Development Group. During her term at IMDA, she led initiatives to create a vibrant media and Infocom ecosystem, a key element of Singapore's digital economy. She also helped launch the Future of Media Plan, which aims at developing a future-ready media industry. Now, Mr. Howie Lau will be responsible for a portfolio at IMDA from the 17th of September. Mr. Lau will be IMDA's new Chief Industry Development Officer, and he is currently serving his notice as Chief Marketing Officer at StarHub. Now, the Singaporean community in France watched with interest the country's involvement in the French National Day Parade over the weekend. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong was the guest of honour, the first Singaporean leader to receive the distinction, while the Republic of Singapore Air Force also participated for the first time.
So proud to be Singaporean. Yeah, and Singapore is such a small country in the global scene. Like in the world map, you can't even see Singapore on the map. You can't even identify Singapore. And the fact that we made it so big in the global scene, and we are invited to be part of the French Bastille Day, I'm really, really proud to be Singaporean.
We're really small. I don't think a lot of people in Europe know where Singapore is, but. Yeah, we are actually making the headlines everywhere in the world, and it's a good thing. So I think that this event has brought Singapore up onto the headlines once again.
Now, they were among some 300 Singaporeans and friends who turned up at the 53rd Singapore National Day reception in Paris. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and ministers in his delegation, including Defence Minister Ng Eng Hen and Minister for Trade and Industry Chan Chun Sing, also attended the event. Also present at the event was Major Nicholas Tong, one of the 6 RSAF personnel who participated in the French National Day Parade in a symbolic gesture of strong bilateral ties. He was the commander of the Singapore Flag Party, which marched alongside French and Japanese troops, while 2 of his colleagues were involved in the France-Singapore combined flypast.
The biggest challenge for preparing this parade was actually the drills and the commands, because we have 3 different contingents, the Japanese, the French, as well as the Singaporeans, and we all have different cultures and traditions. So for a week to actually synchronize all of us and march down in sync was actually quite a big challenge.
And coming up on News 5, a drama in Malaysia on the first day of Parliament sitting. I'll tell you what exactly happened next.
Only Mitsubishi Electric StarMax Aircon saves you energy and money, is easy to clean, and is the quietest.
It's hard to connect with my grandmother because she didn't understand the world today.
With over 1,000 followers, Natalie is big on Instagram, but Grandma doesn't care for social media.
Now we're going to take a video and then we're going to post it on Instagram.
年轻一代全部用手机电话，我觉得很反感。
Can Natalie bring Grandma into the digital world?
Walk ahead and not all the handful.
On the Red Dot, Friday, 9:30 p.m. on Channel 5.
Calling all ladies with an attitude. Join us for an amazing workout on Friday nights. You ready?
Always.
First, stretch it and swing it by punching like Angelina Jolie.
You're good.
Then raise your leg and kick it like Charlize Theron. Become absolutely athletic, absolutely alluring, and absolutely assertive by rolling it in. All hail the ladies with an attitude. So, you want to join us for an awesome workout Friday nights on 5?
I'll be there!
Become absolutely confident with DOA, Dead or Alive, Friday at 10:30 p.m. on 5. Woohoo!
Mom's cooking is so delicious. Must hide the aroma.
Made with real garlic and onion, nor 好吃.
Oh no, the door!
Makes every dish full of flavor.
Delicious.
Sure. Nor 好吃 full of flavor.
Betul? That guy's great.
You switch to digital TV yet? Much better. High definition. My wife loves drama in HD. Switch now. You can win prizes like 55-inch TV. Very big, very drama. I know, Uncle. I switch already.
Switch to digital TV now. On the next episode of Crime Watch, at a beach resort, a used drug wrapper is found. The Central Narcotics Bureau immediately springs into action.
This is CCTV footage taken at the reception counter.
Extensive surveillance is conducted.
Have you identified these two?
Crucial evidence is gathered, and a raid is meticulously planned.
They're heading to the lobby now.
And executed.
All teams, it's a go.
So no drug dealer can escape the long arm of the law. Crime Watch, Sunday, 8:30 p.m. on 5. Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the following partner.
Hello there, welcome back to News 5. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin have kicked off a historic meeting in Helsinki. Both leaders are looking to reset relations.
I think we have great opportunities together as two countries that frankly we have not been getting along very well for the last number of years. I've been here not too long, but it's getting close to 2 years, but I think we will end up having an extraordinary relationship, I hope so. I've been saying, and I'm sure you've heard over the years, and as I campaigned, that getting along with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Now, this is the first official one-on-one summit between both leaders since Mr. Trump took office. Ahead of the meeting, Mr. Trump had said he was going in with low expectations, but the Kremlin is expecting a tough summit. There is no formal agenda on the table, but Mr. Trump is under pressure to bring up Russia's alleged meddling in the 2016 presidential election.
The Russian side, we have reports that Russia is ready to hear it. They are expecting that dialogue, but whether anything will really change from that remains to be seen. Of course, Russia has always denied having anything to do with election interference. It says the 12 nationals charged on Friday are not intelligence officials and were not involved in hacking. There are a number of other issues that will be discussed as well. One of the things from the Russian side we're most expecting to be the focus is the conflict in Syria, because the US and Russia are on opposing sides in that conflict, effectively. Many other issues as well. There are sanctions from the US on Russia which might be discussed. There are nuclear arms treaties, one of which is due to expire in 2021. There's a huge range of global issues which both the US and Russia have an interest in, which are likely to come up today.
Now, in Asia, Malaysia's 14th Parliament has been sworn in. This is the first time the Pakatan Harapan Alliance sat on the government bench, but today's session was not without some tension.
For the first time, Barisan Nasional politicians sat on the opposition bench, while Pakatan Harapan MPs sat across from them at the government side. But the changes in this 14th Parliament weren't just physical. Before they were sworn in, BN and Islamist party PAS did something together that was once the domain of Pakatan. They staged a walkout. They alleged that they were not given enough notice about the appointment of the new speaker, former Judge Muhammad Arif Muhammad Yusof. The opposition said they tried to raise this point but were shut down in Parliament when they did.
Pihak pembangkang tak kemuka calon pun, maknanya kita boleh terima whoever from the government side to be nominated and elected as Speaker of the Dewan. Tetapi you must follow the procedure. Kita bimbang, saudara-saudara, kita bimbang kalau ini berlaku, ada mana-mana pihak yang berkepentingan refer this matter, the appointment of Speaker ni ke Federal Court. Ini memalukan negara. Memalukan negara. Ini hari ini the whole world is watching us.
That is Sandiwara. Yes, it's play acting.
Yeah.
For the first time, the ex-Prime Minister walked out. So now he knows what it means when people walk out before.
The protest could indicate the tone of Parliament meetings going forward. Both ethnic Malay and Muslim rights advocates, UMNO and PAS, are likely to continue to band together in a bid to be a strong opposition against Pakatan's 116 MPs. Former PM Najib Razak in particular may need that support, as he's been the subject of scrutiny over his alleged involvement in the misappropriation of funds from state investment firm 1MDB.
Dr. Sri, how does it feel to be in the Parliament for the first time as opposition?
Pada saya perkara saya terima sebab pada saya utamakan bahawa saya nak berkhidmat kepada rakyat dan saya nak jadi seorang ahli pembangkang yang konstruktif, yang membina.
Some from within Najib's party are taking a more neutral approach, however. Former UMNO Minister Khairi Jamaluddin, who failed in his bid for party presidency, was one of a handful of opposition MPs who refused to join the walkout.
Saya berpendapat bahawa itu bukan cara kita nyatakan bantahan. Hari ini hari untuk kita mengangkat sumpah. Jadi kita perlu menghormati Dewan dan juga menghormati majlis mengangkat sumpah, ya.
One thing's for sure, the stage has been set for 20 days of closely watched proceedings in this first session of the new parliament. Simisha Naidu, Channel News Asia, Kuala Lumpur.
Now, we're just 3 weeks away from National Day, and the Marina Bay Floating Platform will hold the National Day Parade for a 9th year. In the second of a 4-part NDP special series, we speak to the person responsible for building the stage, the centre of attention for the event.
The centerpiece of this year's National Day Parade. It took 3 months to build. The stage is set and ready to go. At nearly 8,500 square meters, this stage can take up to 3,000 performers. Now we go behind the scenes to meet the face who oversees the construction of this very stage. Meet Senior Engineer Jackie Young. He's from the Defence Science and Technology Agency, or DSTA. Along with his team, he planned the construction of the stage, including sequencing and the integration of elements such as automation, sound, and lighting.
I did analysis on the prelim design and provide feasibility studies to the stage designer to see whether the stage can be constructed as per what they have in mind.
He also ensures that safety procedures are in place and checks if anything needs to be repaired or replaced. For the first time, a hydraulic method is used to construct the stage. So where are we right now, and what is this?
Okay, we are currently under the stage, and this you hear is one of the 12 columns supporting the main stage towers. Right. What you see here is the hydraulic lift construction method. Each segment here is being placed and then raised hydraulically up.
And where are we going next?
Let me show you the hydraulic lift that we have this year. Itself can actually takes up to 30 people at max. Yep, so it actually raised up to tier 2 itself, which is 4 meters, and then it actually goes up to 7 meters high. This forms part of the show element itself, yeah, for the performers to board up here and then to raise it up to give an element of surprise.
Build the bridge, see how far we come. I'm Joseph School and Wood.
This is what spectators are used to seeing, but they might not know about the engineering involved in stage construction on a floating platform. Your role is very important for this year's National Day Parade. How do you feel being involved in this?
I find the journey challenging yet enriching, and the most thing I enjoyed is the team effort and all the camaraderie between the IDC teams and how we actually ensure the safety of the stage itself, and how each and every one of us are very committed to delivering the stage as a whole and to make this a successful show.
And the successful show is indeed what spectators are looking forward to come the 9th of August.
And up next on News 5, believe it or not, over 500,000 people here turned up for free World Cup screenings. I'll tell you which was the most popular spot after the break.
Weather Report is brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric. My name is Khairuddin Saharo. I've come to Indonesia, but not to take in the sights. Instead, I'm here to help a man who is somewhat a local hero on a personal crusade to promote literacy. His mode of transport for the mobile library? Horses. But Ruri lends books to whoever needs them, and in his own way, tries to cultivate reading habits in this mountainous region. I think the jungle trek is taking a toll on Luna. It's a route Pak Ruri takes as a last resort.
Come on, girl. Come on, walk with me. Come on, come on. Let's go.
Special delivery tonight, 9:30 p.m. on 5.
Lavender Food Square is closed. Where have all the stalls gone? Gurmit Singh and Zoe Tay visit the relocated wonton noodle stall. The food still tastes yummy.
See?
And how about the barbecue seafood stall? Famous for its salted egg yolk crayfish. The missing Peranakan food stall is found by Pierre Peng, who loves its mutton rendang. And his Teochew Steamboat stall has a winner.
Be adventurous.
Our Makan Places Lost and Found Season 6. Tuesday at 8 p.m. on 5.
Must try Soft and Fresh by MediaCorp.
This week on Tanglin.
I'm looking at everyone's faces. Everyone is in shock.
Why?
She said it was an accident, and I want to believe her.
You know what? We should destroy the hard drive.
Take it easy, okay? I deleted all the photos. I let you slip away too many times. Not this time.
Tanglin, weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on 5. Brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric StarMax Air Conditioner.
This is what losing your 50% NCD feels like. Good drivers shouldn't be punished for accidents. Switch to FWD Car Insurance, the only insurer that lets you keep your 50% NCD for life.
Betul? Wow, that guy's great. You switch to digital TV yet? Much better. High definition. My wife loves drama in HD. Switch now. You can win prizes like 55-inch TV. Very big, very drama. I know, uncle. I switch already.
Switch to digital TV now. On Cine on 5.
This is Mission Impossible.
When you're on a life-saving mission, in space or on Earth, things are gonna be tough. So, work well with your teammates. Stay focused. And remember, no matter what, don't die.
Just stay alive!
On Cine on 5.
This is gonna be fun.
To fight a villain with superpowers. Fantastic Four. Friday, 6:30 p.m. on 5.
Well, the French national team has left Russia and will return home to a hero's welcome in Paris following their 4-2 win over Croatia, giving them a second World Cup title. France first lifted that trophy 20 years ago back in 1998. Now the win will boost the country's national pride and unleash a wave of renewed self-confidence. Now France has been grappling with years of high unemployment, economic stagnation and a string of deadly terror attacks. The national squad, made up people from multiple immigrant backgrounds, have also raised hopes that the country will put behind them years of debate about immigration and the French identity.
C'est vraiment un truc de ouf. En fait, on était tous sur les Champs-Élysées. On a fait la fête jusqu'à 1h du matin. Ce matin, je sais même pas si je pourrais tenir au taf. Et là, c'était trop bien en fait. Ça a marqué l'histoire et je pense que ça va rester dans l'histoire jusqu'à 4 ans.
C'est génial. J'ai connu la première, j'avais 9 ans. Et donc là, 20 ans après, c'est extraordinaire. C'était génial. C'était beau. Comment ? Mérité. Mérité, ouais. Je pense que ouais. Ils ont une belle équipe quand même. Ils ont une belle équipe. Alors après, on peut critiquer le jeu, mais ce qui compte, c'est la gagner. Et Deschamps, il a compris ça. Il l'a compris.
And just in case you've missed it, here is how that final game went down. It was a Croatia-owned goal that started the ball rolling. In the 18th minute, Mario Mandzukić's header saw the men in red and white off to a devastating start. Now Ivan Perisic quickly made amends. But France rallied back just before half-time after a controversial VAR call resulted in a penalty. Pogba and teenage sensation Mbappe quickly luckily put Les Bleus ahead in the second half, and although Croatia pulled one more goal back, it was just not enough. France secured its second star for the next edition of its national shirt, while coach Didier Deschamps becomes only the third man in history to win the World Cup as a player and manager. Well, Deputy Prime Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam has congratulated France on its World Cup victory. On Facebook, he said that the French football system showed what is possible when youths are nurtured to develop their strengths. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong has also congratulated Les Bleus. Now, Mr. Lee was just there to attend the Bastille Day celebrations as guest of honour. And if you had been watching the World Cup at a community club over the past month, you were just one of the estimated 600,000 who turned up for the free screenings. The People's Association said that this year's turnout was 30,000 more than the last tournament.
If you were one of those who went to a community club to watch the world's best footballers in action, this would have been a familiar sight. Tampines Hub attracted the biggest crowds, with fans frequently seen perched on the upper levels to watch the matches. Some 30,000 people flocked to Kiat Hong Community Club in Choa Chu Kang to satisfy their football craving, while Bishan Community Club drew an estimated 35,000.
When someone scores a goal, then everyone starts to cheer. The atmosphere is really very nice here.
I think it's more fun going to a place like this, watching with other Singaporeans.
Yes, I definitely will come back here again. I'll be probably watching my Euros and the next World Cup over here as well.
And it even gave these Frenchmen the chance to share their excitement with the locals.
Because we wanted to share our happiness and everything in the game with people here, and yeah, to be able to cry here and to sing with people and to dance out here out of the street. Yeah.
Organizers say the turnout has exceeded expectations. In fact, they've had to increase the number of seats 3 times in order to meet demand over the course of the tournament.
We never expect that the crowd can be bigger than 4 years ago. I think the screens and the whole setup in Bishan Community Club, the planning that goes into it really helps. Yeah, to have a very good environment here for everybody to enjoy sports.
MP Saktiandi Supat was amongst the crowd with his family.
You watch your own at home. I'm with my 2 sons. The atmosphere is different. So I think the proximity to transport notes and also the fact that it's comfortable and we accommodate a big space for residents.
The large LED display and the multi-level sound system were a big draw, as well as the fact that fans could yell as loudly as they wanted.
Because it's a bit away from the residential area, so the crowd can actually, scream and shout when they get excited without affecting the other residents. As long as there's residents who wants to watch, it's our pleasure to actually do the screening for them.
In all, the People's Association screened matches at 57 locations this year, and it hopes to attract more sponsors for its future events.
What a great atmosphere. And that's it from us on News 5. Join us again tomorrow. See you then.
Download the Toggle app now and catch up for free.
My name is Khairuddin Saharu. I'm an architect by profession, and seeing the world is one thing I promised myself. I've come to Indonesia, but not to take in the sights. Instead, I'm here to help a man who's somewhat a local hero on a personal crusade to promote literacy. It's a mission I hold close to my heart, and I'm looking forward to it.